Am I dead? I asked. There was no answer. Am I dreaming? It looked like a typical movie scene. The room completely illuminated with an intense white light, although there was no spotlight in sight. Mr. Lopez appeared again, but his gray clothes were gone, and now his suit was as white as the rest of the place. He reminded me of the famous Colonel Sanders, but I said nothing about it. Perhaps 10 or 15 uncomfortable seconds of silence elapsed. I was lying on the floor and felt no urge to get up. "This is the first lesson you have to learn," the sorcerer said as he walked around me. "The world belongs to no one. Remember it well and repeat it as many times as necessary. The world belongs to no one, so you can take from it whatever you want." This is the most obvious truth that escapes the comprehension of most people. Conquerors of all ages have known this. Christopher Columbus, Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, but also Hugo Chavez, and that is why he took Venezuela without complications. Each and every one of the madmen who have ever walked this world, including Trump and AMLO, knew it. This is a game, a dream, a movie, a book. The greatest fear of people, the only fear that really exists, the fear of death, is the most absurd. Remember Calderón de la Barca? Life is a dream. To die is the most inconsequential of accidents. It is only waking up somewhere else, Artemio. I felt a terrible shiver when he pronounced my name. It was the first time he had done so, and in the state of consciousness I was in, even for me it was strange to hear my own name. I had written it so many times it appears on my driver's license, but it didn't sound real. It didn't sound like I was Artemio Diaz, the same one who as a young man dreamed of being a writer and ended up being anything but a writer. Or maybe I was. I remember that I worked as an editor in a magazine for 2 years in Guanajuato. It was called Cuevano, in honor of Jorge Ibargüengoitia. I also wrote articles in other magazines and newspapers. I was in the Faculty of Philosophy at the University of Guanajuato, and I attended some semesters. I traveled around Europe touring libraries and bookstores like a maniac, reading up to 4 or 5 books a day at times, drunk and drugged to the point of perdition, going crazy with existentialists like Camus and The Stranger or Sartre and The Childhood of a Leader, but also with the cursed poets, Baudelaire and the Fleur du Mal, Rimbaud, Lautréamont, Apollinaire and his calligrams, Pavese and Papini, but above all Pessoa and his battalion of heteronyms, the Book of Disquiet.